It overheated the capacitor, boiled up, and exploded. Hey guys, Bobby here. I'm at Advantage Heating and Air Conditioning. There's going to be 3 things that I'm going to pick each week to talk about. It's going to be dirty, it's going to be nasty, it's going to be gross, it's going to be just absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to show you guys. Tune in each week. You have to see this to believe it. Welcome back. This is the best of the worst of the week. My name is Bobby. You have to see this to believe it. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the explosion that happened inside the heat pump. It got really hot outside. Air conditioning's running. The amp draws on the compressor went up. Amp draws on the condensing fan motor went up. The capacitor couldn't handle it. It overheated the capacitor, boiled up, and exploded inside the heat pump. There's oils inside that capacitor, and what happens is when it gets hot, they start to expand. And what will happen is that cabinet can only handle so much pressure, and then it's going to find a weak spot. Once it finds a weak spot, top's going to blow, oil's going to go everywhere. You've also got high voltage inside there, and if that touches the cabinet, it can melt. It can melt the terminals, it can melt the wires. And what's going to end up happening is a massive disaster inside your air conditioner. So to prevent this, maintenance. Maintenance is going to prevent it. We're going to catch it. We're going to find it. We're going to fix it. And you're not going to have to deal with this issue. The second one I want to talk about is the nastiness inside the crawl space. The coil flooded. It had a dirty filter. It froze the coil. The coil then thawed, and the water overflowed into the crawl space, down the duct, and it sat there. And it sat there for a very long time. Customer's complaint was it was starting to smell inside the house. You know, sometimes you're going to catch it, sometimes you're not. And if you don't know what's going on inside your ductwork until you get someone down there to really look at it. With this one, what we have to do to fix this is we have to cut out that duct. We have to pull a new duct, connect it. We have to assess the damage and see if there's any rust. I mean, obviously there's going to be some biological growth going on inside there that nobody knew about. And this could be you. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is the positioning of a dryer vent. With this call, I went out there. The system was locking out on high head. The dryer vent was blowing, and they haven't had a cleaning on the dryer vent. And the dryer vent was right next to the heat pump. And what happened, the dryer vent lint actually got sucked up inside the coil and it plugged it. Now, even if you had a maintenance on this system and your dryer vent is right next to your coil, it doesn't matter. You know, 3 months, 4 months down the road, it's going to get bad. And that dryer vent lint is going to suck right up onto that coil. So you want to make sure you do a walk around, look inside the coil and see if you have a bunch of lint. If you do, look and see where that dryer vent is terminating outside the house. Worst case scenario, you can't move the dryer vent, but you need to move the air conditioner. Best case scenario, you could just come off of the dryer vent, move it down a little ways so that way it doesn't plug up your coil. That's all I got for this week. Can't wait to talk to you guys next week with some more. You have to see this to believe it. I'm out.